Beth, if you can hear me. Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
yep, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say you have to unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right. I think everything is working. Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:01. I will call the roll, and I will start with myself, Rich Soleo, present.
Mike Burr, present.
Beth Campbell, present virtual.
Thank you. Can we do the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Give me a second to switch the sharing over. And make sure no one else is waiting. Okay. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Before we do that, I would accept a motion to modify this agenda item to include the minutes of a special meeting held on April 7th, in addition to the regular meeting that was held on April 7th.
Okay, so before we do it, we're gonna have 4 sets of minutes then?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion to add the special meeting of April 7th, 2026 to the approval of minutes on the agenda.
Thanks. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thanks. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, now I'm gonna be did you send out the other minutes? Cause all I saw was the minutes of the April 7th. I don't have the other ones. Did you send all those? Deb sends them, but I don't have them. I don't have the regular meeting on the 7th, the 9th, or April 14th.
Okay. That was
I got those on the 17th via email.
You got them where?
On the 17th via email.
On the 17th. Yeah, I'm looking at Rich's email of the 17th. And it's just got the minutes of the April 7th special meeting. Where's the email that has the other 4 sets of minutes? I don't see that. Did you get the rest of them?
give me
I-
1 second.
I did. It's titled BOS meeting materials for 421. There's 10 attachments.
Okay. For some reason this came in all streamed and give me 1 second just
Sure.
okay. Okay, sorry about that. Now I will make a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting on April 7th, 2026, the regular meeting on April 7th, 2026, the special meeting on April 9th, 2026, and the last one is a regular meeting on I gotta think about that. We didn't have two regular meetings a week apart, did we? The only regular meeting in there is the one on the 14th.
Um, no, so sorry. So there's a special
Special
on the 7th. There's a regular on the 7th. There was a special on the 9th and a special on the 14th.
Okay, so
The special on the 14th was following the budget hearing.
okay. So the motion is to approve the special meeting, meeting on April 7th, the regular meeting on April 7th, the special meeting on April 9th, and the special meeting on April 14th.
I will second that.
Okay.
Discussion.
Let's not have so many special meetings on it.
I'll try harder next time. All those in favor?
Aye.
Burr, aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay, we'll move to old business. The first item under old business is to discuss, approve the fund policies. I will tee this up real quick. This is the same item that we reviewed at our last regular meeting, which was my fault that I thought we had discussed it previously, but we hadn't. So sent it out for review. I know there were some questions related to this the fund policy. One of which was to have a full list of all capital and non-recurring projects. That list those lists were very long and change frequently. So we felt the better tact was to add on page 7 toward the bottom that a current list of capital or non-recurring projects for a current list of capital or non-recurring projects, contact the town's financial director, Tracy Decker at T Decker, blah, blah, blah. So those are available for review at any time. We felt that putting a long list that changes frequently into a policy document was probably not the best route to take. We also made one other change whereby instead of directly including the fund balance policy, the fund balance guidance that is from the bonding folks or from the state. We took all those numbers and all those thresholds out, and we refer to the fund balance policy that we have. The fund balance policy that we have has not been reviewed in some time. It is on my list of things to take up and review and bring back to the Board of Finance first, and then I will be bringing it to this board for review and potential approval of modifications. those were the questions that were relayed to me from Tracy. So we can go to further discussion, but I just wanted to tee up where we were and the changes that were made. So if we can go to a motion, so we can go to further discussion, or
This is Burr. I'll make a motion to approve the fund policy as presented.
this is Soleo second.
So,
So
yeah,
discussion.
so did
Sorry,
you,
Beth.
that's okay. Sorry, did you just say you were gonna review the fund policy and bring it back to us? So are we
The
approving this
the
policy tonight?
sorry for the confusion. I know I'm mincing words a little bit here, and I apologize. We have a policy that refers to our fund balance, our undesignated fund balance, and includes information about how we should use and what level that fund balance should exist at. That is a policy that we need to take up and review because it hasn't been reviewed in some time. There was in this policy, which is just about all the overall funds, there was reference to fund balance and what levels it should be maintained. Instead of putting that information in two different policies, since there is a fund balance policy, we reference the fund balance policy in this document that we're discussing now. I'm not sure I made that any clearer when I said it the second time either.
You did. Thank you.
Okay.
This policy that you presented us to has been updated, clarified, and it's good to go. As far
Yes.
as you're concerned.
Yes.
So the motion to approve it is,
We have a motion and a second. Just want to make sure there's no other discussion.
Nope.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. So the next item on the, oops, where's that thing? Oh, it's over here. Sorry. The next item is more of an update. We have finalized the RFP for our municipal solid waste pickup and disposal. That document has been reviewed by our legal counsel as well as our insurance folks to make sure everything looks right. We posted it yesterday in a couple places. It's on the town website. It's also on the state portal. Is that right, Deb? State portal? Connecticut source. Thank you. So we will hold and I've already fielded a few questions already on the RFP. We will hold a sort of open office hours next Wednesday, April 29th at 11. If any of the vendors wish to come in and ask questions, or any of the potential bidders have any questions. I've asked for the sealed bids to be delivered on May 7th by 10 a.m. Any questions, comments?
no.
Okay,
No.
thank you. So I would like to, there's a couple of old business items that I would like to add. The first one is, so I would accept a motion to add to old business an update on the feasibility study final report. Not in the package. It's just a quick update and not on the agenda.
Okay. I'll make a motion to add under old business update on the school feasibility study.
Thank you. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. So late on Friday, we have another version of the final report of the feasibility study. It still needs a couple of changes. I had about half a dozen recommended changes to the report to sort of, again, for clarification purposes and ease of understanding. I asked the other committee members, the working group members to go through it and provide feedback to DRA by close of business this Friday. So hopefully we can keep moving this thing forward. Again, as a reminder, the next step once the working group has gotten to at least to a point where we all agree the report is in good shape, the report will go to the three boards, and the Board of Ed will be responsible for reviewing that the recommendations that are in there with an eye toward applying our educational goals and making some suggestions as to which recommendations fit our educational objectives and perhaps which ones don't. So that's the next step. Sorry, I just want to give you an update. It came in late on Friday.
Okay, I'm going to reiterate what I said in the last meeting. Please get that to us as soon as possible, because my understanding is rather lengthy, right?
203 pages?
Yeah, I'd like time to look over 203 pages.
Fair enough. I don't want to distribute something that at least
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We've got 6 set of eyes on it right now. We're all finding little things here and there. I'd rather get these lined up. I understand this has taken an inordinate amount of time, which is a bit surprising to me, but just want to make sure that we're delivering something that is clear enough for folks to utilize. So that's where we are. So I would like to add one more item to old business. So I would accept a motion to modify old business to add an item, which is an update on the organizational realignment.
Okay.
You can just so move that.
So move.
I'll second.
Is this, you sent an email and you said, is this the same as the public services job descriptions?
Yes,
Okay.
but there are a few other updates to include. Yes, it's not just job descriptions.
Okay.
That's why that's why I'm referring to it as the organizational realignment.
I wrote them down because I was going to make a motion to add them, the ones you wanted, but this one has a new name now. The organizational realignment.
That's what I called it on the last agenda. So there's a motion and a second if there's no further discussion. All those in favor of adding the agenda item?
Did you
Aye.
second it?
I did.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, so I wanted to give an update because there's been a little bit of work between the last meeting and this meeting that I wanted everyone to be aware of. First and foremost, I brought the materials to the WPCA Commission at one of their meetings, reviewed the org chart that I shared last time, and also shared some updated job descriptions. And I will get to those in a second. But I would just like to say that, I didn't ask them to approve anything. I asked them for some basic guidance as to whether they felt like we should continue to have the conversations and explore this as an option or not. They felt that it was it was a worthy enough topic to continue to research is where we left it with the WPCA. So just wanted to update you on that. So I shared with them two job descriptions, which are different than the job, slightly modified from the job descriptions that I shared with the Board of Selectmen before I met with the WPCA. So those modifications are what I sent out to y'all last week. And I just wanted to, actually, I think I sent him on Monday, yesterday, but just wanted to point out that, Mike, I know you are very concerned about the scope of a single job and a single person. So what we did was we took a look at the things that are in the public services superintendent job that are not currently done by the WPCA superintendent. So the documents that I sent out that have the highlights in them, the highlighted elements in the public services superintendent job description are the things that the WPCA superintendent does not do today. So I just wanted to share that with you so you have an understanding as we start to think about the scope of the role and what might be different from one scope to another scope. Secondly, I shared the reporting coordinator job description with highlights that shows what would be, sorry, this one works actually in reverse. So anything that is not highlighted in the reporting coordinator job description document is what would be removed from the WPCA superintendent. So everything that is not highlighted in the reporting coordinator job description would come off of the current WPCA superintendent job responsibilities. So what I'm trying to show here is on one side, a lot of the responsibilities that are in the job description are already being done or are already part of the WPCA superintendent job description. And then all the things in the reporting coordinator role that are not highlighted are things that come off of the current WPCA superintendent job description. So this is my effort, Mike, to try and show you a little bit more about how the separation of responsibilities could enable a single person to do this role. So I know there's a lot more discussion to have, but I wanted to make sure that, Beth, Mike, that you have what I shared with WPCA and the work that I put in following your comments from the last Board of Selectmen. So this may or may not allay your fears, but it's a first step toward understanding what those responsibilities would look like. Is it clear what I attempted to do here?
Yes,
Did I?
I think it's clear. When are you looking to have a final decision on this? How soon?
I I want to make sure we have all the questions, Beth. I know we need to make decisions as quickly as we possibly can because we're going to have an opening. We're going to have, some openings. We have some processes to go through. We have one more piece that I haven't documented yet, and a couple of things that that we have to talk about right after this. So I'm a little leery to put a timeline on it because it does take. I don't want to rush this in terms of. I want to make sure we ask all the questions, right?
Yes.
And it has to go to town meeting. So I also have there's another big piece to this, and that is the budget, right? Which we haven't talked about.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it should be rushed. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, no, I don't really have a timeline.
Okay.
I'm going to keep working hard at it, and I'm going to keep bringing information to both boards, and hope to try and continue to answer some of the questions that have arisen. We do have to talk about budget, and how that unfolds. That conversation has to go to the Board of Finance as well. So, but we have a working proposal right now whereby we keep WPCA whole. So WPCA pays the same for at least next fiscal. And then if there is an overage, the town side would pay it. So the model I currently have on paper, which still has none of which has been negotiated in terms of any potential candidates, or the union, because there is a union component here, is about $5,000 over what we propose for next fiscal year. And the other piece, I know, Mike, you have questions. If I could just let Beth, I just have one more thing for Beth. Beth, Mike did a whole lot of research over the past weeks. I'm not sure how long. He did send me that information, and it is relative to the state requirements for our class of um, of facility. So a we operate a class 4 facility, and there are certain requirements that come with that. One of which is to ensure that there are a minimum number of hours the chief operator for on-site operations is present. And what that means. So Mike dropped a lot of paper on my desk that I haven't read yet. So I will have to do more work there. So I have not read through all this, but I will. But just to answer some of the questions that have come up, the minimum hours for a chief operator for on-site operations is defined as being within the town parameters, within the town boundaries, not
Is
on the
that a
facility.
number you got from someone, or is that, because that's not the way it reads in the document.
I understand that. And I have the contact of the person who
I
has,
think we need something in writing.
absolutely, and I'm going to call them. No, I'm just saying there's more. That's why I'm saying to Beth, there's also more work that needs to be done. We need answers on this, right?
Yeah.
So, and we need that in writing. There are other towns that do this. So, and those towns have, their person is the class 4 operator, and the next level down is a class 3 operator. It's the same level of certification that we would have in our alignment. But I will reach out to the person. I have their contact information after I read this all to make sure I know what all the questions I have might be are. And then we will continue to, I'll come back with those answers. I'm just trying to bring answers and surfaced questions as they arise.
Thank you, Rich.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Thank you. First of all, Deb, in the last month's meeting, I read the job descriptions into the record, and you said are they attached to the minutes? Because so the official on file
minutes will have
will have it attached, right? Because the copy we got does not have them attached, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, there was no vote, or what's the consensus with the WPCA? Do they want more information before they make a decision, or?
Yes,
Okay, so I still want to hear what they have to say about it,
absolutely.
right?
Yep.
And the other thing is, if it was clear to Beth, it's not so clear to me on the job descriptions, what's highlighted, what belongs, what doesn't belong. Can we get clean copies of what you see and just have it all sorted out, and so we don't have to cross-reference?
Right. So the document, the documents that I sent you,
You have things highlighted, like in the superintendent's, what was highlighted stays. I mean, the whole thing was confusing to me. And then in the coordinator job, what was not highlighted is relevant. So
Yep.
if there's something that's, highlighted, then just take it out. And I'd like to see clean copies of what each job description is, right? Like in the superintendent one here, you've taken out some of the reporting requirements and shifted them over to the coordinator, right?
which document are you referring to?
I'm looking at public services superintendent.
So I will resend the documents that I'm sharing right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
We got some more work to do on this.
Absolutely. It's just an update. Yep.
Okay. You know, even with separating them out, if I take a look at the two positions, I still, at this point, I still contend it's too much work for one person. You say other towns do it. I don't know what the size of those towns are or what the scope of the work is, in those other towns that have this. And like you owe us some information, like you stated
Absolutely.
about the
Yeah.
the budget aspect of it too. I don't know that
Yep.
I buy a $5,000 difference. I'm not calling you out on that or anything. I gotta see it in front of me to be able to adjust it. So,
When we get there, when we get to that conversation, we're gonna have to go to executive session. I can't share numbers in an open meeting and then negotiate salaries.
No, of course, right. But the rest of the stuff we can discuss. Job descriptions once they're fine-tuned.
Yep. So just remember,
You
if
know,
this is a yes, it's still has to go to town meeting. So
if this is a yes, I gotta tell you right now, I want to be on record to say we've been ripped off for 50 years. If we could have had one person doing this the whole
I'm
time.
adding a whole nother person, dude. Come on.
All right, don't call me dude.
Don't put dude in the minutes.
Okay. All right, thanks for all the work on this. I appreciate it, but I'd still am undecided.
Okay. All right. All right. So
We had some other things you wanted to add to old business.
we did it.
Uh,
It was the feasibility
fire
study.
department stipends.
That's new business. So we'll move to new business.
You also mentioned in your email, you wanted to talk about the public works mechanic job description.
New business.
You want to add it to new business?
I do.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, got it.
Let's do the ones that are on the agenda, new business part of the
Okay.
agenda, and
we're
then
gonna add to the new business, okay.
yes, please. Okay, so the next, moving to new business, the first item in new business is to discuss, approve the reappointment of PKF O'Connor Davies as our auditor for FY 25-26. This is something that we do on an annual basis. Um, so
So
we,
they're auditing fiscal years 25 and 26, right? We're not approving them for 26, 27, or
we are not.
no?
They're auditing the current year that we are in right now,
Okay.
which they've actually sort of started a little bit. So,
Well, if they've started it, I guess we should appoint them.
um, they're ready to start. They usually get started right around late April, early May.
This is someone new. Who have we used?
It's not someone new. It's the same group we've used and been happy with for many years. We did a few I'm not sure exactly how long ago, but we did go out and look for other options. I will tell you, we do not have enough time to do that this year. We can, if we wish, decide to do this next year. We've always had good luck with them. I, after my 10 recent years on the Board of Finance, I can tell you, I believe their work to be thorough.
So we're just renewing a contract with these guys? I mean, if we've used them, is it is it an annual contract? Is it a 2 or 3 year contract, or what do we? How long are we just appointing them for one audit?
Yes, one audit.
And
We appoint them for one audit every year.
okay, and is this one of the services that we get around going out for getting 3 bids for, because we're allowed to do that by town policy for professional services like architecture, engineering, legal?
Yes,
Auditor falls under that, so we don't need to.
we do not.
All right, so I make a motion to appoint PKF O'Connor Davies as our auditor for fiscal year 25, 26.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. The next item is discuss approve remaining streetlight repair. This is an item that this probably should have just been an update. My apologies. So we have a annual budget of $20,000 that sits in capital for repairing streetlights. We have used this fiscal year's 20,000. And we have about 36 left. So we got a quote from MJM, who does all this work for us, for $7,200 to finish the remaining. Last year, well, in 2025, but in this current fiscal, Ed did come and let us know that the 20,000 wouldn't be enough. So we're at that point where we now have used the 20,000 and we now know what's left. I intend to bring this to the Board of Finance to see if they want to do that this fiscal year or just let it ride till next fiscal. So I'm just letting you know.
What is they already have the contract, right? They just went over.
So what happens is they have a contract, but more fail
Okay.
as time goes on, right? So when we put this first contract together and it was 20,000, we put it in capital and the capital got approved, we weren't quite sure whether that was enough to get everything fixed. And then while we were fixing things, more broke. So we have more that need to be repaired. So, no,
So
we don't need any.
You don't need our approval then.
I do not. I was just letting you know.
Okay.
Um, the next item under new business is to waive the Fireman's Carnival adult beverage sale. So each year, uh, the Fireman's Carnival gets a permit to sell adult beverage. Um, and there's an agreement drafted, and they are required to get insurance. Um, I believe the chief signs off on this as well.
Looks like Alan Olivero signed off on it as chairman of the fire.
He did. So I signed this because I did not know it was supposed to come to the Board of Selectmen. Um, so we could approve it or we could retract it.
I imagine will be quite popular if we don't approve it, huh? I'll make a motion to approve the field facility permit and agreement. Looks like this is dated February 26th, 2026. Is that correct? Just penciled in at the bottom of it.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. And my apologies. I will be more prestigious next time. So I would like to add to new business the agenda item that would read discuss, approve fire department stipends.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay, so right now we currently pay stipends to the fire chief, the assistant chief, and the deputy chief. We pay those directly out of our account to those people. But we also send money to the fire department for calls when folks do calls. And we do that generally semi-annually. So what we are proposing is to do the same thing with the stipend money, just to make the whole transfer of dollars easier, and with fewer transactions.
So how do you want this to read? You want to make a motion to approve the fire department stipends and this, how about the motion to approve the stipends for the fire chief, assistant chief, deputy chief, and to the assistant fire marshal and deputy fire marshal as recommended by our finance director, Tracy Decker. Is that worded all right?
Yes.
Second.
Thanks. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. So, it's my understanding that job descriptions are supposed to come to the Board of Selectmen. So, as such, I think you're all aware we currently have an opening in Public Works for a mechanic. I convened a group of folks to review the current job description for the mechanic, and we would like to propose to make a few small changes. Those changes are highlighted in the document I sent over in red. I think they're not massively material, but I think they add good clarification to what we're looking for.
Once again, I read it already, but I'm trying to find it. There's, it's got to be an easier way than sending these in bits and pieces and.
And I apologize and I know that I add a lot to the regular agendas because we are required to post 48 hours in advance. So that these get posted, everything gets posted on Thursday to meet that requirement. So things crop up in the next 2 days, really. And we would like to move forward with the posting of this job. You want me to resend it to you? Just to I'll clarify I did speak with our chief and our WPCA superintendent, as they are key stakeholders for this position, to ensure that we're including what we need to include.
The agenda. Did you make a motion? You made a motion to add the fire stipends.
I don't think we, I don't think we,
Stipends.
I don't think we
I don't
did.
think we did.
We did.
Because I was busy trying to find it.
I would accept a motion to change the agenda to add an item under new business, that is the review, discussion, and or approval of the mechanic job description.
So moved.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. We'll go to discussion. Motion was seconded by Beth.
Motion was made by Beth, seconded by Burr.
Okay.
Sorry.
Current motion is just to add it to the agenda, correct?
Yes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
So you said this, you bounced this off of everybody and.
Well, there's
Everybody-
there's
Everybody is Burt.
no, Chief Madden. I mean, they are the key stakeholders over and above what happens in Public Works.
Pretty straightforward, right? Guy's got to know what he's doing. Automotive mechanical classes preferred. What, just that he's taken some classes, he or she?
If we call for a certification, we would not afford to have a mechanic.
All right. And you say we need to approve this job description? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the job description that we were presented for the position of mechanic in the highway department.
Second.
I have a motion by Mike and a second by Beth. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next item is board commission appointments, resignations. We have none. That applies to both no resignations and no appointments. Next item on the agenda is tax refunds. Selectman Burr will read them.
Let's see, one, two. Okay. I make a motion as recommended by our tax collector to refund to Cotality Refund Department amount of $2,607.68. Does she have to come sign these when she gets back, Beth?
Yeah, I can stop in
Okay.
if I need to.
Make a motion to pay to the Savage, Margaret E. Revocable Trust amount of $37.92. Make a motion pay to the refund to the Russo Family Revocable Trust amount of $206.16. And I make a motion to refund the Russo Family Revocable Trust amount of $214.86.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, communications, I have none. No new communications at the moment. Member comment.
No, lot here. I know you said it's pretty fluid, but we are adding a lot to the agenda. No,
And I know that's because of the long posting period that's required
yeah,
for a hybrid meeting.
okay.
I have no comment.
Thank you. Public comment? Hearing none in the room.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.